What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video training episode. Maths exam today. You know what's up. I went in there. I studied on Monday and I studied yesterday. And on Monday, I was like, yeah, it's easy. After yesterday, I was like, damn, I'm cooked. And I also don't know what I got in the last exam, which was like a mock exam. Like it's usually not as long, but the last time we also wrote it as long, so 5.5 hours as the big exam, which was today. So yeah, 5.5 hours. I thought I got enough food with me and water, like a liter of water and some food. That was not enough. For the first 3 hours, I was literally sitting there, eating, thinking while I was eating, drinking, and then when I got the answer, I wrote it down and I continued eating and thinking. And yeah, honestly, the exam was way easier than I thought. Like literally, the exams that we wrote, the normal exams on the difficulty level, they were more difficult, but they were obviously not as long. They were like half the size and only one topic. So it makes sense, because this one was a 5.5 hours, all topics. So obviously it couldn't go too deep into it. But yeah, just also the way it was, the way it was written. The tasks, they were understandable. Usually under our French Indian teacher who barely speaks German, when he does the exams, it's like way more difficult to understand what he even wants. So yeah, I was going in there with a desire to at least pass. I got out of there with, passing is 5 points, and I low key feel like I got even 10 or maybe more. And I asked the teacher, "Yo, do you remember what I got in the mock exam, which was a real exam, but like I said, a longer one?" And he said, "I think you got 9 points," and I was like, "Damn, what?" Because my average is like 6 points. Like I got everything in between of 4 to 10 points already. So like 6-7 points is my average. But I got 9 in the one that was 5.5 hours long last time. That was crazy. And this one I got an even better. Like last time the feeling was this time the feeling was good. So yeah. And my friends also, like the people in my course also said, "Oh, this was way easier than the usual exams." So everyone's got a good feeling. We left happy. We entered sad and left happy. Yeah. And after that, I went home. I went home, made some food, or well, my mom made some food. My friends invited me, like, "Oh, you want to go eat something?" After the exam. I was like, "Nah, my mom made food. She didn't make food, but she went to the store and get food, so I couldn't make food because she had to leave." Yeah, or yeah, I had to leave. After that, food and food, and then I prepped for training, honestly, and went to training. Training was good. I'm still, like, it's such a weird feeling. I noticed this especially today, but also like even more so last time. Like power wise, I could do more, I could do more than I currently do, but my body is holding me back. My body's like, "No, don't." It's like a blockade, which is good, because imagine if I didn't have this blockade and I would just do more weights and then suddenly, oh, my nose pops again or whatever, So yeah, I think it was good. It was pretty good. Exam was good. Training was good. Now, my mom thankfully, she made food that I could eat now. Like she prepped it, and I just have to, you know, put it in the oven. I put it in the oven. I have to wait like 30 minutes, and then it's ready, and then it cools down, and it's gonna be so good. I'm already so, just thinking about this food gets, you know, my saliva coming up in my mouth. Oh my god. And yeah, I'll shower. I'll shower after finishing this video. Pray. You know, eat, and then yeah, and then we'll see. Because it do be kind of late, right? It's already 9. You know, and what else? What else did I do today? Like Loki, that's it. The thing is, during the exam, during the exam, yeah, I looked outside of the window a few times. I looked out, and I'm like, what is with these clouds and this sky? Why does it look so fake? You know, because it was such a bright light blue. I've never seen this before, honestly. And the clouds looked they looked way too perfect, you know what I mean? Like, usually the clouds look like shit, honestly. But they looked like, bro, like, you know, cotton candy, basically. The clouds were perfect looking. The sky was perfect looking. That was unreal. And I was like, damn, am I tripping? Let's just focus on the exam. Did a few tasks, then I look out again. I'm like, am I still tripping? Am I in the Matrix right now? Like honestly, I was wondering if I am alive, if this is real right now, because I was sitting there in a room and I look outside and it looks so fake. You know, I don't know. That maybe maths just screwed with my brain, or maybe I don't know. Yeah. And then towards, you know, I was pretty quick, honestly. Like, I read through all the tasks, and then you had to, like, in the first part, without any calculator or so, you had to do 4 tasks. You were forced to do 4 tasks, and then out of 6 tasks, you could choose 2. And then after doing them, you had to, like, you know, cross it out what you didn't do, or, you know, check what you did do. And so exactly 2, not more. And so I read through all of them, and I was like, you know, I read through all of them, and then I was like, okay. Because there were usually, each task had two side quests. What the hell? Two smaller tasks, I guess. I forgot normal English. I was so basically two main quests had 2 side quests. Okay, no, each main quest had 2 side quests. Yeah, and yeah, and I was like, okay, I can do this one side quest, but I'm not too sure about the other. And so, you know, I kind of went with all of them, thought about them a bit more, and I chose 2. I even handed it in earlier. We had like 110 minutes, almost 2 hours. I handed it in after like 100 minutes, so 10 minutes more for the part with a calculator, which was good, because towards the end, like for the last 1.5 hours, for the last 2 hours, I had 2 hours left for the last two tasks, which each had like 5 or 6 side quests. Yeah. And I was not good with these tasks, you know. So our 2 hours was gonna be you know, something, I guess. But then my food ran out after, and my water ran out after 3 hours, because I had been eating and drinking constantly, because, you know, to keep my brain working. Because I was work smarter, not harder, you know, type shit. That's also so crazy. On a side note, people always after every exam, or everyone asks like, "Oh, how many pages did you write?" I always write like half or 1/3 of the amount of their pages, and I still get better grades. Why do people not understand? I'm like, bro, quality over quantity. I rate less pages and get more points than you. Do you not see something? And I feel like they don't even, like, they're like, but they're like, yeah, dumbass people. Some people are really stupid, honestly. Not everyone is blessed. Yeah, that's so sad, actually. That is so sad. Reminds me of my trainer. He's a realist. He's had a pretty tough, he's a tough guy. So he's had a tough upcoming, obviously. And he had a tough life. And he does not believe in any God whatsoever. Which is crazy. Well, he did call, church a scam, which I agree, because church is a scam. It is a scam. It has been a scam, like the normal church. But not believing in any God is, I don't know. I guess he only sees, Christianity or nothing. Which I guess actually most people do. Like most normal people, I think, honestly, they feel like they don't think much about this question, and so it's either Christianity or atheist, or like, I believe in something, but I don't know what. They don't really care about this that much, which is crazy. It is crazy. Oh, crazy. So I had so many things to say just now, but now all of them left me. No, literally my brain is cooked right now. Yo, my friend is, oh my god, that was so, literally, my friend, the 5.5 hours math exam did not go well to him. Like, his brain after that was fried. He went back to child mode. Like, literally during training, he came there, and he's already always a little cheeky. My trainer is like, bro, that weight is way too heavy for you. He's like, no, it's not. And then he does it, and he's like, barely does one, or doesn't even do one. And my trainer's like, what did I tell you? And he's like, hey, already child, But this time, it was even worse. Like, my trainer told him, bro, don't do that. Like, he even said, move the weights. And because I was obviously not at training for a while because of my nose, he was like, okay, Nikita, you try out weights so you know what weight is fine. And yeah, and then he told my friend, yeah, you move the weights to that spot because we're 2 benches. And he's like, okay. Then he moves the benches. No, then he first sits down on my bench and tries out, and it's like, oh, this is nothing. We had to do like dumbbells and had to, do a few exercises with that. And first of all, he just does it with one hand. It's like, this is nothing. And he just does it completely wrong too. And then he's like, okay, so this is nothing. And then they did twice the amount of reps per set so that, to shut my friend up, basically. Yeah, that was funny. But yeah, basically, he first sat down, did the exercise wrong, and when he was supposed to move the weight, then he moves them, sits down on the other bench, and still tries it out again. And my trainer was like, and the whole time, for example, when his favorite song came on, he was like, oh my god, my favorite song, it's Jeopardy. Hilarious guy. Low-key hilarious. But a bit too much in child mode. But he's a good guy, honestly. Yeah. I did find some good friends, honestly, in the recent few years. Or especially in the last year, or last 2 years. Yeah. Some realer people. Yeah, right. I did. I said something like how they, quality over quantities, dumbasses, or no, no, no. It was like extreme. Ah, yeah, Christianity or nothing. This polarization is visible anywhere, especially in politics nowadays, especially here in Germany at least. People are either right or left. Like the people on the left say, if you're not thinking like us, then you're right. Like it's like there's no middle anymore. And I think I read a study, and it was like, most of the people are actually near the middle, not right or left winged, whatever. But look at this polarization. I mean, especially through TikTok, look at the algorithm. People know about the algorithm and still get tricked by them. Still get put in their bubbles. Like they know they're in a bubble, but it's like they don't know. They act that like they know. They say it to you. Oh, I know TikTok has bubbles, and I know I'm in this kind of a bubble. And yet they still, like, what? I don't know. That's why I don't use TikTok. It's a waste of your time. I mean, not only that's why it's a waste of your time, but TikTok is a waste of your time. I would recommend each of you to deinstall if you still have it. And also, I like to give examples from like ancient times, especially to my friends when I'm explaining something to them, like for example, bro, get up, be outside. I'm like, ancient times, people used to be outside the whole day. Like, come on, and look at us. We're sitting indoors, looking at a screen down like this the whole time, the whole day. Like, bro, come on, go out. They're like, yeah, but ancient times are already over, and now we're in the new ages, and now everything is so different. And bro, okay. I mean, continue watching TikTok. Have terrible mental health and whatever. Be an overthinker the whole day. I don't care, But like, bro, if you want to be a happy person, deinstall social media. Go outside. Work out. Eat clean. And low-key, that's all and find something you want to do in life. Like you want to do, not what someone else wants you to do. Oh, for example, if you see on social media all these materialistic things, like, oh, supercars, mansions, whatever. But is it really what you want? There was this one very, very beautiful way of explaining it, where it was like, in the circle, it's like what you really want to do. And a layer gets added whenever other people talk to you, or when you see something about what they have or they want, and it kind of, especially if you're not aware of it, it gets like a layer gets added. For example, let's say, I don't know, your passion is to, I don't know, sell shoes or whatever. No, your passion is to fish. And then you see online these people, oh my god, supercars. And then you're like, okay, a new layer gets added, money. So you're gonna be focused on this layer. And then, oh my god, a new layer gets added, like women. And then you have a layer money and women. And then a new layer gets added, oh, fitness. And then a new layer gets added whenever you are online, or and then all these layers hide your true purpose. All these layers are above your true purpose, the thing you want to do, and you can't even see it anymore. You don't even know it because you're focused on all these layers. I was explained like this, and it was explained in a drawing, which was way better because then you could actually draw the layers and not use a hand. But you get my point, and if you don't, write in the comments. I will try to explain it again. Yeah, that's also, people nowadays don't have respect. And the most obvious way to see this is text messages. When do people reply to you? Do they reply the moment they see it? Or do they reply, oh, they get a notification on their phone, then they see, maybe even read the text message and then be like, oh, okay, do that later. That's disrespect. It's as simple as that. That's disrespect. You take time out of your day to write to that, to try to talk to that person. So it is the bare minimum of respect to answer when you see the message. It's a bare minimum of respect. Like, you're in a conversation in real life. And like, let's say there's 2 people, right? You're in a group of 3. There's 2 people next to you. One person is asking you a question. You're like, yeah. And then you just talk to the other person and like, what the fuck? That's the most amount of disrespect you can do to a person. And everyone does it. Everyone. This generation is so cooked. And look at the next one. That's even worse. We grew up already with lots of technology, at least in the West. We're already, especially now, look, TikTok, everyone's brain is fried. Now look at the kids. They get to experience that 10, 15 years earlier than you. Oh my God. You experienced it at the end of your most crucial stage of life. They experience it at the start of it. The world is cooked. Low-key, sometimes I do wonder if the end of the world is near, But yeah. Well, I wanted to shower before I got the food out of the oven, but now I have to wait because I don't think I will shower within the next 5 minutes. So gotta wait and then I'll shower and then yeah. So yeah, we'll see you in the next one. This was a very good video, honestly.